we are live, right? Okay, that's amazing. So, yes, hello, good evening, everybody. Am I visible and audible? Just let me know in the comment section so that the event goes seamless. And it's really wonderful, wow, to see everybody joining us in today here. So, we have started our classes and popping out here, right? That's fantastic. How are you guys all doing? Do let me know in the comment section. Today we are going to have again a very fantastic session today. Okay, so introducing about myself, my name is Chanda Harshita and I'm pursuing my BTech Computer Science now with specialization in AI and ML. So, very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the house. I'll be host for this evening and would love to welcome you all back again to yet another scintillating and an absolutely delightful conversation today with the dignitary. Wow, so many responses coming up in the chat. Excited. Fine, ma'am. Nandini, Kajal, Shalki, Manhar, Shubham, Rovini, all of you, welcome. All the other people also, all of you, welcome to this session. And wow, it's fantastic to see everybody popping out and, amazing. So do let me know in the comment section like how excited are you for today's session. Would love to see the exuberance oozing out of everybody in the comment section. So today's webinar with the dignitaries brought to you by none other than the student organization RTRA under the aegis of Division of Student Welfare, lovely professional university. So, guys, the student organization RTRA has conducted innumerable events with its team members unanimously with its unrelenting effort in bringing forth all the reputed and renowned personalities onto this platform. So, RTRA, oh my god, renovation, tech robotics, and aero modeling is a technical student organization under the aegis of Division of Student Welfare, lovely professional university. Welcoming you all guys today to this very event this evening. I could see so many comments coming up in the chat, and keep up the same pace, excitement, and exuberance coming out of all of you. And as I said, the organization RTRA keeps its principal focus on the overall skill development of its team members, while the technical skill holds the top position of its priority list. In the same context, the organization also conducts and participates in innumerable events, both nationally and internationally. And to mention, with that said, I would like to take the privilege to thank our OB members of the organization RTRA for extending their heartfelt and unrelenting endeavor in making this very event possible today, guys. They have been the backbone. Doing everything possible for the event possible today, the execution, the implementation, and the formulation. So it's really amazing, for to have such great members in the team working towards the destination. And I would like to exclusively thank the board members, Mr. Pankaj, CEO of RTRA, and Ayush Ranjan, co-CEO, and Jayesh Paliwal, CTO of the organization, and also Nandini, marketing head, and Ria, management head, and Vidushi Katare, public relations head, and RTRA senior members of the organization, Harsh Agarwal, Aniket, and Raj Agarwal. These are some of the amazing people because of which the event was possible today, guys. And I would like to really, really highlight all of these people here today. I would also like to highlight the partner advertising organizations, which are Hexagon Aerospace, Coach, and also Variance and Sapphire, for extending their effort and endeavor in making this very, very event possible today, guys. So I would love to see a lot of response coming up in the chat. Come on, where is the excitement and exuberance? Let us see it coming out. It's really amazing to hear from all of you. And let me see the name of the speaker for today coming up in the comment section. So it's really fantastic. Anchal, Manhar, I can see so many comments. Yeah, that's fantastic. Keep up the same pace. Our speaker for today, guys, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than Mr. TK Rajiv sir, who is going to join us live shortly on this very virtual platform of the YouTube channel. So Mr. Rajiv sir is going to elaborately accentuate today on the topic how to make most out of your early, and is going to enlighten us and empower us with its wonderful talking today. So yeah, great going. That's amazing, right? So talking a little bit about our speaker for today, guys. Mr. Rajiv sir is an international motivational speaker, entrepreneurship coach, leadership trainer, technical skill mentor, director of Suprajiv Technical and Management Studies and Training and Marketing for EMCE Computers Private Limited. Also a lead trainer for an Australian-based MNC, and he has got lot of experience and expertise in the domain of 25 and plus years. And today's dignitary is going to talk all about on the topic, his career, his journey throughout his life, some of his achievements and other milestones, along with his upcoming plans, which is going to be highly motivational, inspirational to all the present day youth to come up in the life. So today, let us see lot of excitement coming up in the chat, and today we all will learn and know more about the outstanding and remarkable journey of Mr. Rajiv sir with his unique ups and downs, and also the most cherishing achievements in his life, alongside with the, of course, overwhelming love, support, and encouragement from all the audience here, constantly helping us, to provide this spectacular extravaganza in reaching greater and greater heights. So I hope all of you guys are very excited for today's session. And with that, I would like to hand over this session to our speaker for today, Mr. Rajiv sir. Over to you, sir. So let us see some more virtual claps coming up in the chat. There you go, guys. So you had such a fantastic glimpse and essence of what exactly the event is about, what sir is gonna do and what is going to be the topic for today. So with that, with lot of virtual claps coming up in the chat, let us all put our hands together and welcome the one and only Mr. Rajiv sir, the speaker for today, onto the platform, sir. Over to you.
Thank you, Chanda.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the platform. It's really amazing to have you.
Same here. Thank you, Pankaj. Thank you, Jayesh. Thank you, dear students who are on board here. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're perfectly audible. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. In the first place, I really thank each one of you who are on board listening here and taking this milestone ahead. I was very much impressed by this topic, which says learn from experts, right? Friends, this program should be more an interactive type, and I would like to talk less but interact more. So I would really love more questions coming up, right? And and I also apologize for my camera not working. Okay, so this being such a mega program, since the camera is not working, I really apologize. Even though Pankaj had told me to join half an hour early, I tried my best to join half an hour early, but then somehow, right, even if you join 1 hour early, the camera will not listen to you, now, right? So anyway, um, friends, I love this topic. Learn from experts, right? I want to know, how can you learn from experts? How can you really learn from experts, right? How is the formation of an expertise, or how is the formation of an expert itself? How does an expert really form? Okay, so if you see how an expert really forms, one of the topics given in the topics was, right, is the importance of skill. One of the topics agenda of the day was importance of skill. Now, what is the skill? Modern day speaks of skill. Skill means this expertise. Skill means expertise. Now, from expertise, an expert is not born, but an expert becomes expert every moment, because every moment expertises are born. Using the word expert is only for communication purpose, but there is no expert. But there is no expert. Expert is for communication purpose only, but expert, there is more expertise in an expert. Is my English okay? Am I audible?
So you're perfectly audible and the live session is going on, yeah. Yes. So I can see a lot of comments already inundating here in the chat of YouTube. So yeah,
I
that's
can't see anything.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Sir,
I
actually, you
can't
can
see.
toggle between the two chats. Yes. So if you can
Oh,
click,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I
Now I
mean,
can
we
see
can.
Robin, Abhishek,
Yes.
Anshul Gupta.
Yes. These
Right.
are the
Chaudhary, yes, sir, yes, sir. Oh, really? This is very nice. So this, if you really see, right? So I'm so sorry that this camera is not working. I'm wearing a very beautiful tie, okay?
no
And
problem, sir. No problem.
yeah, and so please see. So there is nothing called an expert. There is everything, right? So an expert is not there if an expertise is not there. Expertise is not there. So what is expertise now? So skill means expertise. Expertise, friends, please see, right? Is you being a master of something. You being a master of something. You people can trust you. People can believe you, right? People can bank on you. Okay, this is going to have this. I need IoT, right? IoT. What is IoT? Can somebody type on the chat box what is IoT? Oh, it's taking a lot of time to come.
Uh,
Right? So
yes, sir. Sir, actually, yes, it lags a bit, but yeah, it's Internet of Things. Yeah.
it is Internet of Threats, I was told. Right. So please see. Anyway, good, good. I'm happy. I'm happy. Shakil Thakur, Adi, Cat, oh, who's Manohar Singh, Internet of Things. Yes, good, good. Now, friends, as you're typing, what I want you to do is, right, please switch on your caps lock and start typing in capital letters. Start typing in capital letters. Let us interact. Now, people think, now let us say Internet of Things. Now, Internet of Things came sometime yesterday. But today, machine learning is there. Artificial intelligence is there. So now, where is expertise now? So, where is expertise now? Okay, Kalki Thakur. Thank you. Right. So, please see. Right. So, please see. Now, it becomes very, very important. It's very, very important that we start understanding that expertise now moves from field to field. So, please see, expertise right now means knowing what not to do. It is not only knowing what to do, it is not only knowing what components to use, but it is also knowing what not to do, where not to act, what not to say, where not to go. So please see, expertise is not only knowing, but also knowing what not to do. knowing where not to go. A salesman should know where not to go. A good communicator should have the knowledge of what not to say. A good, so expertise, my friends, please see, is knowing and knowing what not also. And hence, friends, please see, how does expertise come from? Expertise comes from practice. Now, I want quickly people to type on the chat box, knowing what not to do. Knowing what not to do. Can you quickly type on the chat box? Type in capital letters. Quickly. Wow, Adi. That's very nice. I always find Adi typing very almost first. Pankaj, knowing, no, it is Pankaj, knowing what not to do. It is cat. Good, good. Knowing what not to do. Knowing what not to do. Now, see, now you see in this workshop, I'm speaking to you. Within 2-3 minutes, we have started typing in capital letters. In just 2 minutes or 3 minutes, we have started typing in capital letters, and we are typing something new you are hearing, knowing what not to do. Something new you are hearing, right? Now, this is expertise. This expertise, this is skill, really bringing a shift in a unit of time. In a unit of time, bringing a shift, in a unit of time. Who is doing this now? You're only hearing. You're only hearing, but you're bringing a shift. You're only hearing, but then you're bringing a shift. So skill is an expertise, right? And there is nothing called expert. Expert is only for speaking, only for communication. But then expertise remains. Expertise remains. So please see, Anchal Gupta, please start typing in capital letters. If I'm not audible, I'm just repeating again. There's right now. Please see. From where does this expertise come from? Expertise comes from practice. Now get my definitions very clearly. Expertise is knowing what to do and having the knowledge of knowing what not to do. Expertise comes from practice. Now, what is practice? What is practice? Practice is repeated actions performed periodically following a manner and method. It should, right? So, practice is repeated actions performed periodically over and over following a manner and a method. Two M's. It follows a manner and there is a method. See, whatever you're typing will be in capital letters, right? So please see, it will follow a manner, it will follow a method. Now, please see, I want you to note down this. Repeated, oh yeah, beautiful. Somebody, cat, has written very beautiful, right? Doing something again and again. So, using the word doing again, say repeat. Repeating again and again, periodically. Now, while you follow a manner and method, please also keep in mind a practice has to be intelligent practice. A practice has to be deliberate practice. A practice has to be a committed practice, intelligent practice. That is why I'm saying, right? Am I doing the right thing? Doing the right way, in the right manner, in the right method? Committed, yes. 5 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the morning, I will practice a new subject. Whichever is your tough subject, take your tough subject, take your tough subject, decide on a time. PPT, personal performance time, right? Not the PowerPoint template, right? Personal, personal performance time, right? Take your personal performance time. I'm challenging this with you. Take your time there, and once you take this time, 5 to 6. Sanskrit was my toughest subject. I used to hate that subject, right? But then we had no other go but to learn Sanskrit, and that was at the age of 22, right? And at 20, you have plenty, right? Plenty of hopes, plenty of aspirations, plenty of crushes. So you have everything in plenty, right? So at 20, you have plenty. At 30, you have dirty. Sanskrit, right? So at so what you should do is, right, so get up at one particular time, and now then we start practicing. And when you start practicing, our mind now starts getting tuned, our brain starts getting tuned, and while it starts getting tuned, it starts receiving the tough subject, it starts becoming simpler. Tough subject starts becoming simpler. Now, Sanskrit became easy for me. Abhyasena tu kaunteya. It became very simple now. Kataksha kiranaksha chanata namat moha badaye namaha ananta ananta krishnaya. See, I can easily speak in any speed, right? So, like as Chanda said, I'm speaking from my experience. I don't have much experience, right? Only 25 years, right? And I've not trained too many people, only 1,90,000 people.
Sir, 25 years is so much. I mean, that's a lot of experience.
Cat, good. I won a scholarship in Sanskrit. Good, in ninth standard. In ninth standard, 2,500 rupees is huge money. Good, I appreciate you. Now, please see. So, see, ninth standard, it is easy to learn. When you're 22, what, you finished your college, everything, you started working, and so please understand. So whatever is strength of materials, is it a tough subject? Material technology, is it a tough subject? Analog electronics, is it a tough subject? Digital electronics, is it a tough subject? Artificial intelligence, C programming, Java, HTML, whichever is your tough subject, whichever is your tough subject, take your tough subject. Right now, evening 7 to 8:30, decide that time. Decide on that time. Right now, decide on this time and take your tough subject and now start practicing your tough subject on that time. There will be an inner call with you. Let me take my tough subject. Let me take my tough subject. Please see, and then you start forming a habit. Somebody, Adi, has very beautifully written rhythm. You'll get into a rhythm. Very beautiful, Adi. I really appreciate you. Good. I really find that you are in the program or Ranchal. Very nice. I like Java and HTML most. Very nice. Right? But please use capital letters. Now, please see, I've already started typing in capital letters. So now start continuously typing in capital letters. Now, this is very important in skill. This is where I was saying practice continuously. Practice continuously, consistently. Now, I love this audience, the way people are responding, right? Way people are responding. Divya Singh, Anchal, Kat, and all that, right? Beautiful, right? All of you, it gives me a clue that all of you are 100% here. In Sanskrit, we say, Jiji Vishesha Shadagam Samaha, Nyaya Te Tosti Lipya Te Namaha. It says Jiti Vishesha, 100%, 100 years live, it says. 100 years means what? 100% to be available. So very good. I really love this. Excellent. So hence, friends, your tough subject, take whichever is your tough subject, and then really practice. See now, take this as an opportunity. Now, as Adi rightly said, rhythm. Get into a rhythm of repeatedly doing things in an order. Capital letter is an order. Start typing in an order. Capital letters. Start getting into that rhythm. Now, Deliberate practice, intentional, come what may. A bomb can be bursted, but you will sit here for practice. What is stay home? Stay home? Yeah. Most of them are fed up staying home. Right? Now, please see. Right? Now, please see. So, deliberately, there should be a practice, committed practice. So, once there's a deliberate practice, once there is a committed practice, okay, say this time I am going to do it intelligently. Intelligently means what? Right? Let us doubt. Let us doubt. There's a lot of difference between doubt and trust. Doubt means it's clearing your path. Hey, am I in the right way? Am I going too fast? Am I going too slow? No doubt. Doubt. Trust means is saying, I'm not capable of doing this. I can't do. I will not do. I can't do. That is trust. Right? So, hence, friends, please see. Hence, friends, please see. Skill comes, his meaning is expertise. Expertise comes from practice. Right? And once you practice, and practice is repeated action performed periodically, again and again, right? Following a system, following a method, following a way, deliberately, intelligently, right? Then it comes to expertise. But always know what not to do, what not to say. So that is the first foundation of skill. Now, friends, please see communication. If anyone says that I'm weak in communication, I challenge you. You'll be a master in communication. But then there is a rule. But then there is a rule. But then there is a rule which which says 21 by 91. There's a rule which says 21 by 91. Okay, it's a lovely rule which I've been following. It says 21 days it takes to form a new habit, right? It says 21 days it takes to form a new habit, and then follow it through for 21 days. As you're following it through for 21 days, right, you start falling into the groove of the habit. And then again, as you're falling into the groove of the habit, then you continue for 91 days. It becomes a lifestyle. It becomes a lifestyle. There's a rule. Come on, quickly. I want you to type in the chat box 21 by 91 rule. Type. I will chat. I will follow 21 by 91 rule. Right? And everyone type in capital letters because I want all of you to fall into the rhythm. This is deliberate practice. This is intentional, deliberate. Even if you want to type in small letters also, you'll intentionally type in capital letters. You'll deliberately do it. Right? Now, friends, I want you to study a book which said, right? I'm just speaking, I'm sorry, I'm not able to show you my library, which I'm sitting in front of, which says the first 20 hours, right? The first 20 hours is a book, a beautiful book, which says how George Kaufman is the author of this book. George Kaufman is the author of this book, right? And he says, wow, 21 by 91 rule. Sanjana Shinde. Very good. Very good. Abhishek Rana. Now I'm seeing new people chatting. Something very nice. This is something I really appreciate. But deliberate attempt, capital letters. If the mind is saying, just give a cut down your back of your brain. It'll automatically work and start writing. Right? So it says, right now I'm seeing new people chatting. Very nice, Pratiksha. Now please see, in this book it says you must reach an expert level of performance And to reach an expert level of performance, right, you need to follow one, this 21 by 91 rule, and second, it says it needs 10,000 hours of practice. You need 10,000 hours of practice. Now, please see, you don't say this, don't get threatened by this 10,000 hours of practice. What is this 10,000 hours of practice? अरे ये हमसे नहीं होगा यार. ये क्या है? पबजी खेलना है 1 बजे तक. व्हाट्सएप का ब्लू लाइन देखना है 1 बजे तक. राइट. पढ़ाई असेसमेंट कितना है? उठना है 7 बजे. Either at 10,000 hours. No. Today I was in a training program. I don't know if I was taking an induction program. All right. Now, the life pattern has changed. When people are getting up at 4:30 in the morning, automatically the body goes to sleep by 10:30. Okay. Now, please see. Now, 10,000 hours, if you work for 14 to 15 hours a day, if you work for 14 or 15 hours a day, it says 3 years it takes for you to develop a skill. That is why engineering is 4 years. 3 years it takes to develop a skill. Any degree is 3 years. Right? Now I want deliberate attempt. Type in capital letters unless and until your caps locks are not working. Right? Now please see. Right? I'm very happy with this group. A lot of people talk to me in chat language and they send emoticons. Now I don't understand these emoticons because I don't have the skill to understand emoticons. This group is very nice. They're at least typing. Sometimes monkey faces come to me. I don't know what it is when they send emoticons. Anyway, very good. So please see 10,000 hours. Right? It says, now I want you to see, I want you to understand very clearly. Now 10,000 hours is 3 years. Now please see, understand these things very clearly. When you want to do something, a tough subject, you want to crack a tough subject. The minute that thought comes to your mind, my friends, within 5 seconds, please get into action. Within 5 seconds, please get into action. The time is 5 seconds. Skills will never happen, expertise will never happen if you don't value time. So within 5 seconds, get into action and just take a paper and pen and start writing. Pull a book, what? Within 5 seconds. That 5 seconds should lead to 1,000 minutes. Don't give up for 1,000 minutes. 1,000 minutes. Can you say 1,000 minutes? Can you type in the chat box how many hours is it and or how many days is it? I'm going to give you, please see, I don't know how many people are here, but whatever number of people, please type, give me quickly 1,000 seconds or 1,000 minutes. How many hours is it? How many days is it? Can you quickly put on the chat box? Nobody's typing? Approximately 17 hours. Very good, Adi. See now how Adi is getting into the very nice Adi. See how Adi is continuously typing in capital letters. See the consistency. This consistency only can develop into a skill. This is exactly what I'm saying. Right. Yeah. So Abzal approximately 17 hours. Yeah. So it takes 3 days, 2 to 3 days consistently. The mind will say, let me quit, let me quit, let me quit, let me quit, let me quit. But don't quit. But don't quit. But don't quit. Yeah, but don't quit. Right? I hope I'm not boring anyone and the talk is going in the correct direction. And the talk is going in the Okay, so now we will start sharing the screen. We'll start sharing the screen, and my PPT will start sharing now. And yeah, because I'm not very I need little more skill on this PPT. Okay, next slide. See, please see. Now you play you please see. Yes, see, very beautiful. Now people are typing in capital letters. This is something really I appreciate. Right. Now, please see this PPT. See how over a period of time how I've developed myself. On the right, on the one side, you see me in the T-shirt. I am taking this program for CEOs. It's a managerial program, right? So another program you see, I'm taking for the Navy. I'm taking a technical program. I'm taking a technical program. So please understand, see how mind should be balanced here. How mind should be balanced here. See how you can develop your areas of expertise is over a period of time. Next slide, please. This is what my organize. See now, what is skill? Skill is expertise, right? Now, what you can develop skill in anything. Now, how does skill start from? Skill starts from what? It starts from an experience. When you gain in experience, from where does experience comes from? Experience comes from right practice. So when you say that I have 5 years of experience in an organization, do you have 5 years of experience following the right manner and method? Ask this question to yourself. Uh-huh. Do I have the right manner and method? Have I made a deliberate practice? Have I made intelligently? Have I practiced? Have I committed and practiced? So do you have the right experience? Right? Do you have the right experience in this 3 years of time, 5 years of time with the correct manner and method? That that is expertise. That is expertise. And one who has this expertise and grows in this expertise is always called an expert. If you don't grow in your expertise, you are not an expert. You are not an expert. You are not an expert. You were an expert. Now you are not an expert. So you have to grow in your expertise. To grow in your expertise, grow in your experience, grow your experience. Practice is essential. Abhyasena tu kaunteya. Next is ability. When you gain an experience, you gain an ability. Only when you gain an ability is there growth in you. You growth. No growth means what? Not the Madhya Pradesh growing, stomach growing. Not your growing in size, but the brain is growing, ability is growing, the thinking capacity is growing. A new skill, IoT is come, Python is come, new knowledge is come, knowledge is come, knowing is coming. A talkative person can never act because an energy goes in talking and not acting. So there is called action is important. So action is important. What is action? Action means surrendering to your goal. Surrendering to your goal. Just surrender to your goal is called action. Duty, growth. So growth happens when you surrender to your. The next is then after that you go for advanced training, then you acquire advanced knowledge, then you keep learning, keep updating. When you do this, what happens? Your competence grows. What is competence? Please see the next slide. Competence. First, potential person. Potential person. Potential person means what? Mano Manhar Singh. Ah, 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 ah. Let me I Kajal Robina. Let me I. They're potential people. Means what? I can believe them. I can trust them. They have this capability. They're very fast. Their speed is very high. Their calculation speed is very high. In programming, their logic is very good. This doesn't come. Even tree doesn't grow on its own. The roots go, sir. They also work under the ground, searching for food and water. Nothing in this world, nothing in this world. Please see, we human beings are born to do action. We are born to do action. We cannot live without action. You are talking to me, I mean, you are listening to me, right? Inside your digestive system is doing an action. Your heart is pumping, beating, that is doing an action. Your ear is listening, it is doing an action. Any lazy fellow also sleeps in the bed and not doing any work has to get up from the bed to go to urinate. He has to get up. He has to get up to brush his teeth. You cannot be stationary and stationary at one place. How long? Nothing. You have to get up. So please see, you cannot be without action. How to be a potential person. Very good, Swati. And see, beautiful again, deliberately, intentionally typing in capital. Potential person, friends. Please see, one way to become a potential person is, again, my repetition is practice. Take your weak subject. Right now, I challenge myself. Nowadays, I've stopped. Right? I started practicing singing. 21 days, I listened to only Mohammad Rafi. Sorry, Dr. K.J. Yeshudas. Now I listen how he pronounces the tune, how he swaritas he picks up. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Now I gain. So with this, you understand you can learn something new. So one way to become a potential person is thinking of learning something new. Second, practice, practice, and practice. Practice, practice, and practice. Understand what not to do. Second, have a firm mind. Have a firm mind. We call this as nishtaya. I will do it right here, right now, full stop. Nishchaya. I'll call this as Nishchaya. So people should, you should have you should have the reputation of, yes, this person is very strong in willpower. He's very strong in the technical subject. The person works very hard. You know how many of you all have been seeing Indian Idol? This Indian Idol 12, season 12, we just finished on Independence Day. There's a girl in that night. I'm a big fan of her. Arun, what is the name? Arun, Arunati or something. That's her name. She's 18 years old, right? You know the judges. You know what is the judges say? The judges says she can never make a mistake. Isn't she a potential person? In that there is a Pavandeep. There's a Pavandeep on Himachal Pradesh. His grandmother is a woman who about 80 years old. To save her husband, she had donated her organs and then she ran barefoot a marathon and then got 25 lakhs or 5 lakhs or some lakhs money and then to save her husband from a kidney transplant. But then the man died. And it, the YouTube, it is there, a woman running barefoot, right? Can't speak properly. But you see this Pavandeep, he spends a lot of time, right, rehearsing. He plays the tabla, he plays the this, drum sets, he plays the guitar, he plays piano. At the same time, he sings. See, he spends time in mastering these things. Only when you master these things with an intention, you become a potential person. You become a potential person. Am I answering the question? Yes, no? You become a potential person. One, you have to surrender to your goal. Next slide, please. Choose your expertise. Choose. I skill comes from practice. Skill means expertise. Expertise comes from practice. So what you practice becomes your skill. So choose your expertise. If you have the guts to do it, if you have the guts to do it, if you have the willingness to do it, you have to have the guts. If you don't have guts, you can never have passion. You can never have passion, right? So hence, friends, really, I really have passion there. See, I really appreciate Kajal, Cat, all of you typing in capital letters. See that? Then Raj Agrawal, good. You're responding. Very, very dynamic group. I wish I get an opportunity to come and meet all of you all live at Chandigarh. Next. Wow. Welcome to the new skill era, right? In the past, we learned new subjects and became successful, right? But today, it is practice new subjects and become successful. Practice and become. Four P's are important. Alphabet P. One, plan. Plan your time. Plan what you want to say. Plan what you want to do. Then prepare. Mentally prepare yourself. I am going to do this. Ichha Shakti. Mentally prepare. All right. Mentally prepare. A very good, Cat. Passion comes from practice. Yes. Passionately practice. Now, plus, now, on top of this, friends, as you are, as you are charged, as you are charged, right? Prepare. Now, prepare your presentations, prepare the room, prepare your lifestyle, prepare the ground. Start talking to people, interact with people, talking to like-minded people, start getting the raw materials. Prepare. After you prepare, practice. Practice, practice. It is not practice that makes a man perfect. It's only perfect practices that makes a man perfect. Even thinking also, you should think positively. That itself should become a practice. That itself should become a practice. That's why it says, right? Abhyasena tu kaunteya. Even that also becomes a practice. And when it becomes a practice, now you see, there is an automatically the function starts working in you. Automatically function starts working in you. So next slide, please. Now, please see in the new skill era, you have to understand these things. Technology fluency. This technology fluency means what? Communication. Fluently people speak. Right? They don't speak fast, they don't make any mistakes, they understand what not to do. That is fluency. This comes only with practice. Communication. Why? What is communication? Communication is talk less and say more. Get the meaning of the word clearly. If you don't get the meaning of the word clearly, you can never practice, my friends. Get the meaning. Communication is simply not talking and talking and talking and talking. Simply talking and talking and talking is verbose. Useless fellow. It is verbose. Communication is talk less, say more. Talk less. Talk less means what? Use less number of words, but maximum meaning. But meaning. Communication also means knowing what not to say. Now, please see, you and me are born with this natural gift of communication. We learned our mother tongues just by listening. We learned many languages just by listening. If you're in a place like Bangalore, you can learn at least 5 languages: Hindi, English, Kannada, Hindi, English, Kannada, Tamil, and Telugu. And if you're a Mallu like me, you can learn, you'll know Malayalam also. If you go to Kerala, you will learn, you will know Malayalam, you will know Tamil, you will know Hindi. Nowadays, you will know Bengali also. all these languages are just learnt by listening, are just learnt from beginning. Swastik Nalwade, you're from Bangalore. Okay, good. I stay in Indira Nagar. If you are close by, let's meet sometime. Come home. So please see, Adi is putting two hands up. What does it mean? These emoticons I can't understand, Baba. Creativity and innovation. Now, what is creativity? Creativity. Now, come with your understanding. Come with the understanding. Creativity is my right. Creativity is that your brain itself is designed. Right side and left side of your brain itself is designed, logical and creative, for you to be creative. Look at this whole world. Look at this whole world. Right? This whole world. How many people are there? 135 crore or 200 crore. Are these 200 crore people same? Do they look same? They don't look same. My niece was telling me yesterday, it seems in a tree all leaves look same, but none of the leaves are similar. Even the leaves are different. Even the leaves are different. Yeah, Anchal Gupta, very good. Very good. So creativity is your right. What is creativity? Creativity means what? Not doing different things. Creativity means not doing different things, doing the same thing differently. A car was an automobile. A pen is only a thing. To how many different ways? What is innovation? Something existing, right? Now cars were there. Earlier clutch was there. Now you see cars have become automated. Or cars have become automated. The clutch itself has remote. Engines are getting remote. It's now becoming motor. I'm designing an electric vehicle. My electric vehicle is getting ready in Kerala, right? Because I'm designing a course in electric vehicle, okay? And I really want people to really log on and be in touch with me because a lot of courses on create. One thing which I firmly believe is because of creativity and innovation. Ganesha Puja is so much done in India. Yeah, abroad also. If you see the very appearance of Ganesha is symbolically representing creativity only. The big eyes, the eyes, small eyes representing innocence, the big ears representing listening. Okay, like that. The posture is Abhaya Mudra, fearlessness, right? The whole body is creativity. Is creativity. That's why that's the symbolism of Ganesha Puja, right? Gana Nam Pati. Ganapati is Gana Nam Pati. So hence, friends, please see, right? And hence, friends, please see innovation. Now you see in automobile, this is innovation is happening. Accountants are going off. HR people, new HR processes are coming inside. Automobile, you see, a lot of parts are going off. So with these parts going off, creativity is now by elimination. If for innovation is by elimination. See how Zoom, how Zoom is, how Zoom, how Zoom is working. Yeah, next slide. Now factories are getting into smart ways, right? So you'll have to really understand IoT, artificial intelligence. Next, smart home, smart everything is becoming. Yeah, next. So now, please understand your skill. You have to really work on digital age literacy, right? So what is the meaning of the word literacy? You have to be 100% perfect, right? Wow, water related car is being interesting. Very good. I really appreciate you. Right now, please see digital age literacy. I hope I'm not dragging my talk too much, friends. right? Now, inventive thinking. Every time new things should come up. Look at manufacturing, subtractive manufacturing, additive manufacturing. Now, how manufacturing itself is taking a turn, how petrol is getting removed, right? Effective communication, everyone, right? Once in a week, as I told you, PPT, your communication skill will go up. Next, next, next. Please see, next, stop here. By 2030, right, you will have to become very strong. One, in automation. Second, in training and development, creativity, innovation, all right, and effective communication. In these four areas, right, automation, effective communication, innovation, and training and development. In these areas, by 2030, that is what this slide is saying, by 2030, you will have to really come up. Next slide, please. This is exactly, going in a big way. So they are saying you need the basic digital skills, you need IT skills. Next one, you need the ability to socialize. Mixed with the, like how I'm friendly with all of you. Like that you have to learn how to be friendly. Next one. Now we are hitting to, earlier they were blue collar jobs, white collar jobs, but today we are talking of new collar jobs, a colorless job, no collar itself. Today we are talking of new collar jobs where artificial intelligence, automation, right? We've only heard of intelligence. Now we are talking of artificial intelligence. Next, right? So you just imagine your growth potential, robotics, digital manufacturing. Yeah, next. All these coming under new jobs, new collar jobs, IoT, machine learning. Next, what is, yes, sir? Right, non conventional machining, quality assurance. Yeah, CNC programming side. Yeah, next. Yeah, you can put down the PPT, please. You can put down the PPT. Friends, I'll take questions. I can take questions. I can take questions. You can give me feedback, whatever you want.
Sir, I think we can take up some questions, right?
Yeah, I can take questions from participants.
Yes. Sir, I think there is a question in the comment section, like how to find a career in quantum computing. So, would you love to answer that?
You're in which year of your uh, which year of, like, Harshraj?
Yes. Okay. I think Harsh Raj, if you can put your complete information and then ask a relevant question, I think that would be appropriate to answer, right? So, yeah, so make sure that you put a correct question so that it doesn't create a lot of ambiguity, so that it becomes easy. So there was also another question. Okay, so sir, somebody is also asking like passion. Does it come from practice, or do we have to like just explore what's our passion?
See, again, like how I defined communication. Now, first you must understand the meaning of a word. Now, what is passion? Passion is my love for something. It's a natural call. It's a natural call. Now, I love to train. I love to teach. But when I love to teach, I must also think that with my training alone, right, can I have a call for manufacturing? So yes, I love to manufacture. And now I see how good am I at manufacturing. Yeah, now I love manufacturing. So I have to develop an interest. Some are natural calls. I love cooking. It's a natural call. So when the natural call is there, you develop, you go more towards that. So passion, only everyone has a natural call. Painting is a natural call. Singing is a natural call. Now, when you're too much attached to your natural call, naturally you develop on that. It's a natural call. Some people find marketing a natural call, but passion actually means developing a love. Actually means developing a love. So when you do something with love, right, and then I'm passionate to achieve this. I'm passionate to achieve this. Yeah, means what? I'm inspired by it. I'm inspired. I'm not motivated, but I'm inspired by it. I'm inspired by it. Now, only when when you're inspired is their uh, passion. I am inspired by it, and with this inspiration, I practice. With this inspire, that's why I said intelligent practice, committed practice, deliberate practice. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, fantastic. I mean, yeah, there are some versions of practices, so which also constitutes a different kind of passion again. And yeah, I mean, very well said by Rajiv, sir. And sir, as you told Harsh Raj to put the complete information, so he has already given in the chat box like, I am a second year aerospace engineering student, so how to find a career in quantum computing?
First of all, don't be bothered about how to find the career. You understand? First, let us practice, let us practice right now how to become smart in quantum computing. Career will follow. Career will follow. Yeah. First, let me dive into the subject. D to D. Like we have B to B, back to business. Like that, we have D to D. Right? Deep dive. DEEP, deep, DIVE, dive, right? Dive deep first. Now, first, when you dive deep and when you understand, automatically you see that's the law of universe, Harshraj. That's a law of universe. Once you are into it, you see, and when you start, automatically, right? Automatically, you see opportunities coming to you. Don't worry of opportunities now, right now. You just develop your expertise now. That is what is really required. Later, things will start coming in your way. Now, if quantum computing, are you really good in the meaning of the word quantum? How did this word quantum come? How is the word quantum used with computing? Do you know about it? Right. Now I've understood. Why is it applicable in aerospace now? What is it measuring? Now, can you start developing these skills? Now, when you start developing these skills, you will start yourself seeing opportunities in these skills. So that is what is very, 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 very important. That is what is very, very important. Right?
Yes, sir.
Getting the meaning of the word and then becoming a master. I'm sure by the time your fourth year comes, you will automatically start finding this opportunities there. Yeah. Next is how can I handle career in? Nigam. I can't read the next one. DevOps. Huh?
Sir. Yes, sir. DevOps. Yeah. So how can I make
Again,
a career in DevOps? Yeah.
again the same thing. Which year are you now again?
So Arush, could you just put your full information there so that it becomes easy for us to answer.
Again,
So
if you are in
Arush,
the same second year, it is the same like what I said, Harsh.
oh yes, sir. Go on. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If it's the same like Harsh. Yeah. So
Yes. Sir, so conclusively, I think we can say that because starting, I mean, starting something is so difficult, but then it's like pedaling a cycle. We just have to get the balance and then just deep
starting
dive
isn't
into
difficult
doing
at
that.
all. Just within 5 seconds, plunge in. Just within 5 seconds, just plunge in. Maintaining is difficult.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, well said.
I
As
think
you
with
said, yeah.
Corona, we all have learned how to maintain also.
Yes,
Maintain the
correct.
mask, maintain the sanitizer, maintain the social distance. Next.
Yes, exactly. So, so guys, if you have like any more questions, please feel free to put forth your queries and questions in the comment section. And I think there was somebody in the comment section who was saying like it's very important for us to practice with consistency. Yes. Okay, so how do you see the tourism industry after the pandemic? Okay.
Now, I'll appreciate if you can tell me your original name
Yeah. Yes.
because I feel very, yeah. Now, please see, because the name is the sweetest sound in any person's language. So calling by name is very important. Yeah. So now, uh, please see, Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. Right. See now, please see. Yeah. See, what I was seeing very closely, the tourism industry. I was told it's going to have a tremendous boost. I was following the travel industry in Kerala. I found that the minister there is really working very hard in opening up the industry, and now they become more health conscious. And I also find that people have renovated the place. People have also found time to bring in new ideas, bring in new things, and all that. See, for instance, I'm designing an electric vehicle. Now I'm designing my electric vehicle to suit tourism industry only, to make tourism more fun, to make tourism more an experience. And I think I really see if you are very innovative, tourism industry really is going to have a boom. I'm following in Kerala very closely. I know there it is really in a boom. And some of the WhatsApp status of some people I'm seeing, they're really exploring new places. Some of my friends' WhatsApp statuses and all that, what I'm saying, right? So tourism is a good thought, Tanya, but creative and innovative. What is new? Now people's eye will be only to what is new. Payment terms can be, you can add payment terms, you can add more relaxation. These kind of things will really work in tourism industry. Thank you, Tanya. Tanya, I hope I have answered you. I hope I'm convincing people and not confusing people through my answers.
Yes, sir, we are able to hear you, and yeah, same is being conveyed to the live audience as well. And yeah, so it's Tanya's question. And sir, there was somebody in the comment section who was also asking, like, it's very important for us to have a practice with consistency, right? Like, what's your standpoint on that?
Yeah, yeah. There's no consistency, there is no practice,
Correct. Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Even a
Correct.
musician, right? Even a musician, like you just take Sachin Tendulkar. If you
Yes.
read, if my memory goes right, in the earlier days he was practicing only 4 hours every day, but then gradually he had to practice 6 hours every day. You look at
Yes.
MS Dhoni, 7 to 8 hours a day was his practice throughout his cricketing career. Throughout his cricketing career. So practice has to be consistent. You know, Mohammad Rafi very beautifully said, I practice and practice and practice and become a champion, and then I remain a champion all my life. You look at Sania Mirza, all her interviews of Sania Mirza, you look at the interviews of PV Sindhu, all these people have put hours of practice. In fact, PV Sindhu's father takes her 1 hour or 2 hours drive, right, only to practice every day, every day. Sir, how can I make my career in aircraft maintenance engineer as I am doing ECE honors, right? Now, again, making an aircraft maintenance engineer is a lovely scope. Is a lovely scope. The minute the pandemic opens up, first attack is going to be on this aircraft maintenance only. Now, only thing is, in aircraft maintenance, one thing you should be very clear. Your skill must come in assembly line. Your skill must come. Dexterity should be there. Manual dexterity. Speed. There should be lot of focus. You should understand components very clearly. Understanding components by dimension. You should know what should be the finish of the product, right? Aircraft industry can, a maintenance is really going to real. There's going to be a real boom because nowadays DGCA and all that you see, they are big, they are tightening on aircraft maintenance side. You can bring in a lot of innovations there. Um, I must really appreciate you for being so focused. Maintenance, see, there is no retirement in maintenance. Even at the age of 60, you can work as a consultant. You can work as a teacher. You can create your own maintenance service. Very beautiful. Helicopters and private jets. So many areas you can work. You can work. I really appreciate this group. Lot of questions coming up.
Yes, sir. Yeah, there are so many questions coming up in the chat, sir. But I personally ask you a question if you don't mind?
Yeah.
Sir, I just want to know because there are so many people. I mean, a lot of intersection of multiple talents and skills and expertise happens, right? I mean, some of the people also get confused as of what to choose. So they are like almost interested into so many fields, domains, right? So how do we even choose and explore our passion, and how do we come to know what is our passion, and how to further groom and upgrade ourselves to the higher possibilities?
One is, see, most of it is a calm. I want to become a doctor. People start loving it from a childhood, right? So I want to, but for sometimes now, for me training, right? I fell into this by accident. It was not a choice,
Okay.
right? It was
Yes.
not a choice. Like somebody said, aircraft maintenance. That was my choice,
Mhm. Okay.
but I fell into it accidentally. But became successful only because of practice, practice, practice.
Yes.
You understand? But for
Yes, sir.
some
Yeah.
time, yeah. So that is how you have to really mold. But some people want to do medicine. Some people want to do it. It's a deep call within you, which you feel very powerful. I want to do it. Just follow it. Just
Yes.
follow it. It's a deep call, without a doubt. Just follow it. And once you follow it, automatically help will start coming. Help will start coming. Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
I was told that 7:30 you have another call,
Yes.
and before the organizers tells me to shut up, we better wind up.
Oh my God, it's okay, sir. Yeah, I mean, it's such a amazingly seamless conversation going on
I
with
want
you.
some people to give me some one or two talk how whether you liked my this one, whether was I speaking sense. I just wanted to
Yes,
know.
sir. Yes, definitely. Yeah, I was all already. I mean, listening through your wonderful PPT presentation, which was already ongoing on the screen, with a lot of comment section, inundating with their amazing response, and a lot of rapport going on between you and the comment section with amazing inspirational talk show. Yeah, it was really amazing, sir. Because I think a lot of people, waste a lot of time in trivial things. I mean, watching something else, but I must really appreciate all the spectators here who have invested their time in watching something fruitful, actually, because I think this will bring a lot of transformation and transmigration into them, and will definitely transform them. So I think it was really fantastic. I mean, learning something about self development, because we already tend to learn so much regarding our field and all of these things, but this was a completely new and an amazing session, where we had a lot of information regarding skill development, like how important is it to find your passion, grooming it, breeding it, the practice, the consistency. So I think amalgamation of all of these amazing keywords and all of this will definitely empower and enlighten all of us. And yeah, I mean, the chit chats which we had with you, all the amazing things, that it would remain as a nostalgic reminiscence for us to further cherish and relish, sir. It was really fantastic having you here.
Thank you. Very
Thank
nice.
you.
Young audience, I wish I'm able to see all of you live and then
Yes.
interact with you, right?
Yes,
I
sir.
really wish I wish I'm able to see you sometime and then interact with you in a great way.
Yes, sir. So with that said, guys, we had such a fantastic session today with Sir, and I hope all of you had a very great interaction today. With Sir. I mean, knowing all the intricacies and unknown depths and dimensions of how important is it to have the skill development done, and also knowing the techniques and technicalities of how to do everything. Yeah, so there's a lot of appreciation and a lot of love coming out of the comment section. With that, I would like to thank our chief guest and the speaker for today, Mr. Rajiv sir, for joining us in, and also for sharing his amazing PPT presentation, and also for empowering and enlightening all our students here with his wonderful talking. So yeah, with that, I would like to hand over this session to Eurovia LPU here, who have their next session going on here. So if we can have the next speaker with us, for the day next event. So yeah, over to you.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yeah, perfectly audible and visible. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So, I hope you have already enjoyed the.
Sir, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Like just 30 second if I can take. Yeah.
Yeah,
So guys,
exactly.
there was a link. Yes. So guys, there was a link which was floated by RTRA official in the comment section. So you guys all will be certified, and also will be given a certificate for attending this session. So make sure that you fill the attendance form which was floated in the comment section, so that you get the certificates required. And yeah, for those who are asking the like question, is this session ended? No, we are continuing it with the other session for the day, so we are heading towards the next session. Yeah, so with that, I would like to hand it over back to Rohit here. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, over to you, Rohit.
Thank you, Arshita. First of all, I would like to also thank Mr. Rajiv sir. I personally attended the session and it was brilliant. So I hope your all the participants are still energetic and uh, welcome to this event as well. So message in the chat if you can see me and you can hear me. So I'm going to share my screen. Do let me know if you can see my screen. Harshita, please let me know because I won't be
Sure,
able to see this that screen.
yes, yes, yeah. I can see like sloshing world. Yeah, Euravia
Yeah,
LPU. Yes, yes. Yeah.
right. Uh, so welcome, guys. I will try to just log in through YouTube as well, so I will be able to see all your messages. Just give me one more minute. Okay. So first of all, I would like to thank RTRA, Innovation Tech, Robotics and Aero Modeling Student Organization, for inviting us and making sure that everything goes smooth uh, up to the time, uh, and everything is, you know, seems brilliant. All the participants are energetic, as I can see after that kind of knowledgeable session. So welcome to the sloshing world. So Euravia, I will talk about Euravia a bit, and then we will, kind of move forward with what the sloshing is and how it has, had an impact in on the technological world. So, talking about us as Euravia, we are a student organization inside LPU, but we have our international counterpart, which we also come under them, which is known as Euravia. So Euravia is basically an international organization which has 42 local groups in more than 18 countries, and more than 2 to 3 thousand members are there throughout the world, and it has a history of uh, around 60 years. As you can see that it has been founded in 1959, and we as Euravia LPU is the first and only open chapter inside India, and even the Euravia International and Euravia LPU both are led with the students, I mean just like you and just like us. So let's start uh, what we were supposed to do. So I just want to you know get a thing from you that I know most of you have in the past, or might be today, you might have spilled the tea or coffee, whatever you drink. So just let me know how you guys, what actually happens when you spill the tea or coffee whenever you drink, how it goes on and spills over your clothes or in the downside. I will see your comments, don't worry. All right, don't worry, I will introduce myself in the in between, where I find a chance. I have kind of kept it to move it forward in a fun way, so that's why I have not introduced myself. You will get to know about myself along with the flow. All right. So almost you all have filled uh, the chat with your responses. So I just want to let another thing from you. Want to know another thing from you, that uh, what are the solutions that you can walk alongside with having your tea or coffee. So if you can share some kind of solutions, because most of us are kind of engineers and are from technical background. So do let us know in the chat also. So what actually happens when you walk with the coffee and it actually spills, falls on your clothes, and it gets dirty. Okay, so I can see some responses. So these are some of the solutions which we all know, or some of you might not know, but I expect you all to know, right? Uh, so what happens when the coffee spills, and what are the solutions? So these are the solutions as you can see on the screen. We have the first solution is, we have to slow down, right? Otherwise more coffee will spill on our clothes, and uh, it will get, your clothes will get dirty. The second solution we have is, and this solution is preferred by uh, most of the coffee companies, is they put a lid on your cup, and then you can go ahead and just open the lid and drink coffee. Of course, not a brilliant kind of solution, but still works. And the third solution we have is, we have to be a coffee ninja. So just move with the coffee, and just rotate it alongside how you are moving, and you have to rotate it like that. So really a brilliant idea again, but uh, still it might not work as it works according to the second solution. So let's move forward. Okay, we have some comments here. Yeah, we have the comment, we can use the spring which in deep does not allow not to spill the tea, right? uh, Use bottle with lids and straw, of course. uh, so but why we should talk about the sloshing? So I will explain a bit about sloshing first. So sloshing happens all around us. I mean, if you have a liquid in a a partially filled liquid inside a container or inside a bottle, and if you move that bottle, of course the sloshing will happen because of the nature of liquid as it moves as you move the bottle also. So I will explain where the sloshing happens. We have the first point as rocket tanks. So when rocket, you know, as moves with so much high speed, uh, and it's not like rocket will be completely filled, because the fuel inside them tends to decrease as they go up. And as there are so many vibrations that come along when we launch a rocket. And of course, inside a vehicle tanks as well, just like you see a lot of tanker in your highway nearby. uh, they might be contain they might be having liquids such as milk, or maybe flammable or inflammable liquids. And if the sloshing works harmfully, then they will fall apart, and all the fuel, all the money will be gone inside 2 minutes. Also aeroplanes, as you know, aeroplanes and rocket tanks, these are all very critical systems. Um so what happens in the aeroplanes is they have the fuel inside the the wings. So sloshing also happens there as well, as when the takeoff happens and landing happens, and uh, moving ahead and coming down. So sloshing happens wherever a liquid is there. And of course, as I talked about moving tankers, um, it's a brilliant way to when I don't know if you have seen those moving tankers on the highways. They have inside them some plates in between those tank. So if you next time get a chance, see what's inside those tanks actually. With liquids they will have some a kind of a plate which will oppose the flow inside the tank. And of course, as we talk, coffees and all the liquids. So moving ahead, I will talk about how this sloshing phenomena was first discovered. um, so sloshing problem was first introduced when NASA was testing their launched their Jupiter rocket. So I know the sloshing has happened many times even in the past, but that's how the whole most of the research and all this happened after this incident. uh, because of sloshing happened inside the tank of Jupiter. uh, the crash happened, and all the fuel went and did the movement, and the rocket actually exploded. So it was a complete failure. They couldn't understand what actually happened because they worked very hard for this rocket. This was before the uh, kind of they started to have the rocket war, or what we say, what happened between them and the NASA and the Soviet. So they were testing who will first launch the man to the moon or in the space. So this was that time, and thankfully they figured out too early that sloshing happened, which cost them billions of dollars. And it happened after T plus 73 seconds. After the launch of 73 seconds, it happened there, and it kind of exploded. And it again happened the next time as well. So they didn't got the idea that what will happen next time as well. So they went on and built another one, and it happened again as well. And there have been multiple cases that due to sloshing phenomena, all the accidents have happened. And even all the as I said, the tanks which transport the fluid and all those stuff. So it has happened there also when they take a fast turn. So the liquid behavior makes the vehicle turn upside down. And so again, loss of money and loss of life as well most of the times. So again, as you can read here, right, slosh forces or pressures have played harmful factor in critical systems of industry. uh, Again, it decreases the vehicle stability, and as you can see, crash and all the fire explosions uh, if the tank has flammable liquids, right. So we will go more, we will get to know more about sloshing. So the correct definition, as you can read on the screen, every abrupt change in motion in a vehicle with a partially filled fluid tank causes sloshing. So what does it mean is that, as you can see, there is a tank, all the four tanks here. It is not having any kind of anything inside them other than liquid. The lines you can see are just because of the designing part. So as you can see, when if we move this tank horizontal or vertically, the half filled liquid or partially filled liquid will move up and down and will create disturbance because of the uh, resonance we did to the tank, right? Guys, is my voice still breaking? Please let me know because I received one comment that
Now it's
voice is
fine.
breaking.
Now it's fine. Now it's fine. Rohit, your voice is fine now.
Thanks. All right. So, as you can see, uh, what we did is we did a simulation. We designed this tank and filled some liquid inside this tank. As you can see when it was on a 0 second, I don't know if you can see this time equals 0 second. There was no movement as we haven't given any kind of movement to the tank itself. And you can see in the next box at the right of first, you can see the partial filled liquid which has kind of moved from its actual path because after the 0 second we gave some resonance to the tank. We moved the tank actually, and after that you can kind of visualize the motion what happens. You can visualize it according to your water bottle, right? So this is actually sloshing, that when the liquid, the partially filled tank, if it has a liquid and uh, if you move the tank, the movement of liquid will conduct an abrupt motion, which is most of the times is very harmful, as I explained in the previous slide, and it's unwanted actually. So we will move to why we as an Euroavia are talking to you regarding this sloshing. So I already told you that Euravia is an international organization, and uh, it has partnered with the Airbus and the Aran group. So they found this problem and thought that what if we uh, give this problem statement to students and get the possible outcomes, what they can bring, what the research they can do, and if we get some brilliant ideas, then so they started a kind of workshop come competition. So from past 3 years, we as an members of Euroavia and all the teams of Euroavia have been taking part in this competition, which is Airbus Launching Rocket Workshop 2021. So as you can see in the pic, that this is an international team which built a small water rocket and had all the systems and all those stuff. So you might have flown the water rocket as well in the maybe past. So I will explain the first point. So the teams have to kind of design and build a low cost reusable water rocket, a small water rocket, so that you have to do you have to create a system where the sloshing will not happen inside the tank of the water rocket. um, and it should be unpressurized tank before when you make. And so the basic aim is to that uh, giving a student opportunity to learn about the engineering technology and what are the actual problems the industry faces. As I told you that all the NASA, SpaceX and ISRO, all these kind of big organizations and industry faces these problems. So this is a kind of hands-on opportunity. And as I told you that I will give my introduction in between. So my name is Rohit Patil, and I was a team leader of uh, one of the teams which participated in this competition. And in the same academic year, we grabbed sixth position worldwide. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it to the finals, but that's how it goes. But we will be back next year, and we will try to solve problem with more knowledge and experience, and I have had a brilliant team which worked on this problem, and it was an amazing opportunity for all of us. So I was also the ex CEO of Euravia LPU. So I was leading it in the past, and now I have a few brilliant members who are leading the Euravia LPU now. And I'm also a final year student uh, in the aerospace branch of Lovely Professional University. And as you might have know, that I am pursuing bachelor's in aerospace engineering. So let's move ahead. Uh, so how you will, kind of solve the uh, problem of this sloshing? I just want you to comment and give your thoughts how you, if you can come up with any brilliant idea other than I explained. Yes, I have made a water rocket of big plastic bottle. Shakil commented. Right. Yeah, we have to pump air into it and then open the valve. Right. So it was just a basic kind of thing we do in our school days, but it has a very amazing science behind it. Okay. Comment down if you have anything to discuss, and any idea if you have. I will brief more about it. So the problem we as a team which participated in the Airbus launching rocket competition tried to solve was we used baffles. So baffles are somewhat kind of these plates which we put in the tank. Uh, not There are many type of these plates. They have various kind of structures. They are circular, they are semicircular, and all, whoever, whichever works better, uh, we can apply. But as we talked about, we wanted the best performance, so we went and selected these conical baffles. So these plates are called by baffles which opposes the very fast flow, and tries to stabilizes the motion of the fluid or whatever the liquid is there inside the tank. So this was our kind of circular tank, cylindrical tank we used. And you might know that there are many types of tanks as well. Rectangular tanks, then we have circular tanks, then cylindrical tanks, but cylindrical tanks are preferred more nowadays. So as you know, we have so many students from all the branches. We might have today that it's a possibility that we have students from chemical engineering, or maybe computer science, or maybe electrical, I mean the ECE branch. So you just have to be, nowadays this is requirement that you have to be a hybrid engineer. As an engineer, you are required to be a problem solver. So so that is, the main concept behind this. If you are a problem solver, then of course you will do wonders in life. So we try to solve the problems. I mean, not we, but all the teams, they use the baffle. This is the primary thing we used. Then again, many EC and computer students might know about flight control. So flight control is kind of a brain of the system. And then additional systems like, maybe they might have used something like APU unit, which has all the sensors that are applied in the rocket or inside the tank, that it will kind of evaluate how the sloshing is working. And then uh, what what we actually did is we kind of applied the wings in the our rocket, so that when it will go up, uh, it will be, it will stop at some stage, as you know, and it will, when it will go down, once it, all the fuel is gone, then the wings will open up, and the rocket will kind of land as an aeroplane or as an glider. And don't worry, I will show you the structure, the idea of it. Yeah, yeah, I'm from EC honors branch, right? So how we tried to solve the sloshing problem was applying the baffles, applying the plates in the tank. As you can see from this peak, that first I showed you the picture where there were no plates, and so we have this. We applied first, tried the 6 plates, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. And then here we try to apply three baffles. So the difference was actually that in the five baffle structure, what happened was actually, as the liquid moved past the baffle plates, there were so many disturbances coming up and down. So it was not a very well suited arrangement. So we went with the three arrangement structure. And as you can see that, the this is a different from the first 4 picks, as you can see the round. And the case 3 tank with 3 baffles, this is the another thing we tried. So baffles with tank with 3 baffles work very best. As you can see, there are very less disturbances, and we compared it with the time zones as well. So why it worked best is because there are less disturbances for the flow to cover up, and they are very stable according to distance. And so it work, and there are many reasons behind that, how the fluid movement, and how what are the conditions we apply, and how what kind of maybe the fluid you choose. Okay, so we have received a comment that we can fill the tank fully, but it doesn't happen in most of the cases, that if you have a rocket in between its flight paths, the tank will use half of the fuel, and now you just have half fuel. So that's how it goes. And in the vehicles as well, half of the maybe petrol you have to give to this tank, and half of the petrol you have to give to the other petrol pump. So that's how they transport, right? And then so now how we kind of solve this problem, as you might have understood from the uh, the basics of all this. So we also tried to have the baffles inside the tank, and at the whole system, as you can see, this rectangular kind of plates. So these were actually the wings for the rocket. So just like you have the wings for the maybe aeroplanes, we also tried to have the wings for the rockets, because as the water rocket will not go that much far, it will have its limitation, and it will again flow down. So what the competition required from us is that the liquid will be very liquid should be stable throughout the motion of the up and down. uh, so the flight was divided in 3 parts. So when uh, flight went vertically upwards, we had the closed wing configuration, as you can see from the first picture. And so there are lots of factors like drag and all those stuff, all the aerodynamic stuff behind it. And then so when the rocket went to its maximum apogee, maximum height vertically, and then of course it has to come down. Then when it will come down, the wings will open up, and it will come down very stably, just like your aeroplane comes down very stable. And so another thing to add here is, there were 2 tanks, the tank which will have water, uh, which will propel the rocket and will completely gone. And another tank we had to fill was the one which will be, which should have a liquid which our system should take very stably and come down very stably. So as you can see in the open wing system, open wing model, the if it reaches the maximum apogee, the wings will uh, open up and then it will come very stably. So that was what we thought will work. So it was again a brilliant idea. Won't work in the the big SpaceX kind of rockets, as because they already have the other system. And taking the these kind of wings in the space in that kind of system will not work, as you might have identified. So that's how we kind of use both the system of this baffles and the system of the external system where we will stabilize uh, according to the wings, and the whole system will work fine together. So of course, as you can see from this small sentence, that with selection of correct airfoil and managing the stability with the air APU and other algorithm. Alongside the what we say the system, overall system, we also kind of manage to apply the APU unit, where all the sensors will be there, and it will the system will get to know that now this is our maximum apogee, and now the closed wing should be open up. And the correct airfoil is because all kind of airfoils are different. They have their different functions. So we use the airfoil which should kind of very stably take the system down. So this was it, how we tried to solve the problem of sloshing. And this is how most of the uh, industries and most of the companies solve the problem. So of course there will be the sloshing competition next year as well. It comes every year, and happens at the international side. So we had to travel and do the thing over there, but because of COVID it couldn't happen, so we had to do all the things virtually. So why we kind of do all this stuff, not just because we are technical student organization just like RTRA is, but because all the members of UREV LPU and RTRA just like to have uh, they are kind of problem solvers, which uh, put the problem, which gets to know about the problems and tries to solve the problems. And as I told you that the competition will happen next year as well. So we will recruit more members, and we are looking at you all guys to join us and make sure that you solve this problem according to your thinking, according to your studies. So we had to do a lot of research behind these technologies. And we need the problem solvers, as I told you, engineers as known as problem solvers. And it's not like you have to be from aerospace to build a rocket. You can be from aerospace, I mean computer science or electrical engineering, because we had problems while applying the sensors. And so we also require all the members, all the students of other branches, which can come together and make this project a multidisciplinary one and successful one. And also you have to have the passion for technology. And we at the UREF help you try to challenge the status quo. We try to kind of solve these kind of problems. We have projects. I mean, this was just a kind of somewhat introduction. We also do projects like India's first student launch hybrid rocket, and we also are trying to make a VTOL glider as being a students of LPU. And as a technical student society, student organization, Just like RTRA, we also do lots of events, maybe in collaboration, maybe alone. So that's how it goes. We conduct all the technical events, then fun events, just like the gaming night and all those stuff. And we will now move ahead. All right. So if you want to, kind of join us, then make sure you contact on this number, or you make sure you follow us through our social media channels, and we'll be happy to teach you all the basic stuff, just like this session. And we'll be very happy to work together, as all our members always like to have the technical side. And uh, wrapping up this session as we move forward, make sure you note these social media channels and you try to follow us. So soon we will have a recruitment, and that's it, guys. Tried my best to to give the knowledge of what the sloshing is. So I would like to thank you all for joining this brilliant session, which was first the idea of RTRA. And so, on this note, I would like to thank RTRA for reaching out to us and giving us this opportunity to meet all the brilliant uh, kind of students and most of the freshers here. So, guys, if you have any questions, please type it in the chat. I will be happy to explain and solve all those doubts. So, very much thank you to all the participants, as well as all the people who were associated with this.
Thank you so much for Eurovia team, and we appreciate your positiveness from Eurovia to RTRA, and henceforth we'll organize more events. And thank you all for the participants and audience. You were great audience. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. If you have questions, please type it in the chat. I will try to answer few of them very quickly, because it's already time. I sent, so we can add waffles inside the waffles. So it's not waffles, it's the baffles. It's the BAFFLES. And I sent one picture for the sloshing problem in our WhatsApp group. You can see. Sorry, unfortunately, I am not in the WhatsApp group, but I will request Team RTRA to
I've
send
already
us.
forwarded it. Check it once.
I will look into it if I can. Yeah, as I can see, you have tried to, kind of make so many baffles inside the one baffle. So what the problem it will have is, the water or the fluid which will be required to to make the propel the rocket up, it will stuck inside it in most of the cases. So there should be a gap between, or maybe we will have to look in the simulation. We'll have to do the simulation for this, and if this works, then fine. But I think it will have a problem of the fluid will get stuck inside the baffles. It will not have space, so all the fluid will be kind of useless to us. We can't be able to use the fluid. Welcome, Anchal, and if you have any more questions, please send it as soon as possible. And thank you all for being so patient throughout the event. So yeah, uh, as as I can see, there are no more questions. So I think we are good to go, and it was pleasure being here. Thank you once more, RTRA team, and thank you to all the participants.
Thank you once again.